live video. Today, I want you to ask yourself, have you ever been in your house and all of a sudden you notice this person walking through the kitchen and you think, hey, who was that? And then you realize, yeah, that was my spouse. I know them. But, all right, it probably is not going to be that extreme. Hi, Abby. It's not going to be that extreme. You obviously know who they are, but maybe you haven't taken the time to really recognize them lately. You haven't spent as much time reconnecting with them that you might have wanted. And today, we're going to fix that. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Tracy, and I started Marriage Confetti to give you a biblical foundation for your marriage and also some common sense, applicable tips that you can do to make your marriage even better. So, I want you to think, first of all today, how busy are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how busy are you today? Or in this general area of time. How busy are you? From 1 to 10. Put that in the comments. Are you a 1, laid back, nothing to do, not busy at all? Or a 10, I don't have time to even be watching this video because I'm so busy kind of thing. So put that in the comments. Are you from 1 to 10, how busy are you right now in your life? Well, today we're going to look at 3 things that you can do to make time for your spouse despite how high of a number that busyness scale might have been. Even if you're up to like a 10 or a 9 on that busy scale, there is still a way to make time for your spouse if you decide to take action to get that time back. It's not just going to magically come back. You have to take the time and decide to do it. And being busy comes in a lot of different forms nowadays. You could be the stay-at-home spouse and it's your job to keep track of all the outside errands that need to be done. You also cook, clean, take care of the kids, and you just have so much to do, and that makes you really busy. Or maybe you're the spouse that works. You get up and you go to work before the sun's even up, and some days you're not home until it's gone down, and you're just so busy because of your job. Maybe you're busy with volunteer work. Maybe you work with your church or you work with another community group. And you really feel called to do this and you want to be a part of a solution. You want to make a difference. But it's just keeping you so busy. Or maybe you're mom's taxi. You are taking your kids everywhere. You're taking them everywhere after school. You're taking them to school. You're taking them places on the weekends. And you're just running, and you're just way too busy. There's nothing wrong with being any of those 4 people, but priorities. Just keeping up with the logistics of a family life can be absolutely exhausting and it can leave you drained. But remember, the relationship between the husband and wife is also a part of family life. And if that connection is not strong, then the kids are going to suffer. Even if you are super mom and you always have lunch money in the account and don't ever let it drain out, or you've never caught your kid playing in the dog food bowl because you weren't watching them at that exact moment, you can be super mom and your kids will still suffer if the relationship between you and your husband or you and your wife is not good. All right, so one of the 7 mindsets that we have at Marriage Confetti is priorities, setting correct priorities. And they are, in this order, God, then your spouse, then your kids, and then everything else. And when you put those things in the correct order, then your spouse is going to have a sense of security and a sense of importance, and they're going to become more invested in your relationship. And if both of you are invested in the relationship, it has nowhere to go but up. Your relationship can improve. No matter what it's like now, it can improve when you're both more invested in it. Because when God created marriages, He didn't just make it this agreement between 2 people. And I'm going to go even further and say He didn't even make it just a covenant between 2 people. Because it's so much more than that. Jesus said in Matthew 19:4-6, haven't you read that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female and said, for this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the 2 will become one flesh? So they're no longer 2, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. When you are married, you become one person. And that's a relationship that's designed to last forever, because ripping it apart can be painful. And God does not want his children to be in pain. What do you think? Can I get an amen on that? That we want to keep, we know God wants our marriages to be strong and healthy. Absolutely. All right. So, all right, maybe you know now. Okay, I need to do something else to reconnect with my spouse today. So how do I fix it? What do I do? I am still busy. I still have all these things to do. Well, here's a few ideas on how you can use the time you have to have those reconnecting times with your spouse. And the first thing you need to do is control your schedule. Don't let your schedule control you. When you make your to-do list during the day, you should put number 1, meet with God, number 2, meet with my spouse. And then list all the other things that you would want to do during the day. And once you have that whole big long list, start eliminating some things. Maybe you don't have time for some things you know will take too long, or maybe some of them can wait till tomorrow. Make sure that you realistically have enough time to finish what you want to do and still have some time left over, good time that you can give your spouse. Okay? And the second thing that you can try after control your schedule is to eliminate wasted time. We are the masters of wasting time in today's society between cell phones and online gaming and social media, just watching TV or movies. And again, there's nothing wrong with doing those things, but if you're feeling disconnected from your spouse, then you might need to evaluate how much time you're really spending on those things. And if you realize that you're spending way more time on those than you should, then take your phone one night, take your spouse's phone, put them away, put them on silent, not just vibrate, because you can still hear that, but put them on vibrate, put them on silent, and put them away. And then even 20 minutes that you spend just reconnecting and talking or playing a game or just cuddling or doing whatever, it's going to help to give you chances for closer and quality interactions with your spouse. So even just that 20 minutes can make a huge difference if you can do that in the evening once your kids are in bed. Okay? All right, do you think you can do that? 20 minutes at some point, disconnected? If so, drop a heart in the comments and let me see that you are willing to give that a try. Because here's our third thing. Work around the unavoidable distractions. Life is full of all kinds of activities, things that are fun to do and things that are not fun to do. We have to clean, we have to grocery shop, we have to drive the kids from place to place. But you can take those mundane things, those things that you do every day anyway, and you can turn them into time with your spouse. If you have to get some cleaning done, here's a hint, do it together. If you both are working at it, it's going to take half the time, and if it takes half the time, you have that extra time to spend together, reconnecting, talking, doing whatever. Going grocery shopping, I'll be honest, we've always grocery shopped together, almost all the time, and it is a lot more fun when you do it with somebody else. And not only do you have that time in the grocery store to just kind of be chatting and catching up and doing whatever, you also have the time in the car from the grocery store home, and from home to the grocery store and back again and all that. You have that time when you can talk. So you're doing something maybe you don't really want to do, but doing it with your spouse can help you to eke out a little bit more of that time you need. If you have to drive your kids from place to place to place, again, do it together. And while they're practicing, you don't have to sit and watch them the whole time. You can go out in the car, you can talk, you can drive over to Starbucks and have a coffee and sit and chat while they're at practice. They'll be okay. You don't have to watch every minute of everything that they do. So you can use that time that you have until that kid or another one needs to be transported to another place. So all of these little things, the more you do together, the closer you're going to feel. But hopefully today you've gotten some ideas of something that you can do to reconnect with your spouse and actually know who that person is that's walking through your kitchen. And not only just know who it is, but to know what's going on with them, how they're feeling about life, and just feeling more connected and closer to them. But if you are really feeling disconnected, think about the 3 ways that we had today that you can try and eke out some extra time to reconnect with your spouse. And the first one was that you need to control your schedule. Don't let your schedule control you. You can eliminate wasted time by looking at some of the things that you're doing that you could put off. You don't have to be doing, like cell phones and movies and things like that. And also to work around those unavoidable distractions. That's number 3. To do some of those things together that you might normally do apart, just to give that extra little bit of time. So, which one of these 3 things do you think you might want to try today to make your relationship with your spouse a little closer, a little better? If you want to drop those in the comments below, let us know what you're going to try. And if you enjoyed today's live, don't forget you can like Marriage Confetti, like the page, and you'll see each week when we are going live. You also, if you want even more tips and information and a free gift, you can go to marriageconfetti.net, sign up there, and we'll get you started on some things that you can try to improve your marriage and make it one that's worth celebrating. But next week, we are going to continue this disconnection idea, but we're going to talk about how to reconnect when you've got kids that are taking up all of your time. So hopefully you'll drop in next week for that, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day. Bye.